Hello everyone. As promised, the Griotist channel is alive and well. Tonight's story is one of my favorites. Tonight's story is about the Hush Harbor. Now, the Hush Harbor was usually a place deep in the woods, surrounded by trees to help muffle the sound of the slave worship without supervision. The trees in wooded areas that heard the prayers, singing, and discussions that took place in these clearings kept those secrets from the ears of slave owners. Slaves were forced to organize and conduct these meetings in secret because the idea of slaves assembling without supervision left their owners in fear. The enslaved Africans was allowed to worship, but only with the supervision of a white man. You see, slave owners worried more about revolt and riot than an educated slave, all of which was a threat to the way things worked during the Atlantic slave trade years. Religion grew to become a highly respected part of slave life. It offered the enslaved hope and reassurance. The meetings were held after dark, once field and house chores were completed, and carried on late into the night. The Hush Harbor served as the location where slaves could combine their African religious traditions with Christianity. It was safe to freely worship and express the comfort of not being under prying, hateful eyes for just a little while. The African slaves could blend the components of each religion in these meetings. The slaves could let go of their hardships and express their emotions. Here in the Hush Harbor is where Negro spirituals originated. The songs created by slaves were known to contain many times a double meaning, revealing the ideas of religious salvation and freedom from slavery. The meetings would also include practices such as dance along with the African shouts. Slaves would suffer punishments had they been caught in a Hush Harbor meeting. Slaves owners were confident that they would be comparing treatment, working conditions, and punishments. Slave owners knew that once the slaves got together, they could hatch plans for escape, find out what was happening on different plantations. You see, ignorance was a friend to the slave owner, and the Hush Harbor was definitely a slave owner's enemy. Hope you guys enjoyed the Hush Harbor, and stay tuned. There will be more. There will be more. Good night, everyone, and sleep well.